the Somali government labeling displaced civilians as Al-Shabaab. The recent rhetoric by some members of the Somali government and parliament reflects a growing pattern of silencing public opinion and dissent. Once disagreement with the government was branded as Khawarij speech, but now the situation has worsened. Displaced civilians are being labeled as Al-Shabaab. Displacement and the security excuse. Some overzealous MPs have claimed that no homes were destroyed, only shacks where Al-Shabaab used to hide were demolished. This justification has become a new pretext for legitimizing the forced eviction of civilians. What is essentially a land dispute is now being reframed as a security operation, allowing the government to disguise its violations as counterterrorism efforts. Land grabbing and government misdirection. The earlier public debate about illegal land seizures and the displacement of poor families in Mogadishu was deflected with statements like, "Why talk only about Mogadishu when land is also being sold in Somaliland and Puntland?" That argument collapsed quickly and was replaced with a new one. Al-Shabaab are hiding in the neighborhoods being cleared. This dangerous narrative criminalizes the entire civilian population, treating every poor family as a potential terrorist, a strategy designed to distract from the government's unlawful land grabs and human rights abuses. Lack of evidence and politicized accusations. Looking back at the terrorism-related court cases in Somalia, most suspects were arrested in luxurious villas, hotels, and compounds owned by officials, businessmen, and security officers, even inside government facilities, including the presidential palace. To date, there is no evidence that the poor neighborhoods being demolished were ever used as militant bases. These security claims only surfaced after public outrage over the demolitions began. Consequences and risks of false accusations. These baseless accusations against displaced civilians severely undermine public trust in the government and justice system. When ministers and MPs make unverified security claims without evidence from intelligence or law enforcement, it is both legally and ethically unacceptable. Such rhetoric deepens social divisions and weakens the moral legitimacy of state institutions. Civilians must not be labeled with politicized or defamatory terms that strip them of their dignity and rights. The law should be applied fairly and transparently, not as a weapon against the poor and displaced. Other possible motivations behind the land grabs. Beyond security justifications, several underlying motives appear to be driving these forced displacements. 1. Economic interests. The targeted areas are often prime urban land, valuable for private investors or politically connected developers seeking quick profits. 2. Political patronage. Land redistribution has become a tool for rewarding loyalists and allies within the government or security forces. The corruption and real estate speculation. Senior officials and business elites are accused of coordinating demolitions to acquire land cheaply and resell it at inflated prices. Or silencing dissenting communities. Displacing politically unaligned or opposition-leaning neighborhoods helps suppress grassroots criticism and reduce social organizing. 5. International image management. Some demolitions are framed as urban renewal to attract foreign aid or investment, masking the reality of forced evictions. 6. Clan-based control. In some cases, the evictions reinforce clan dominance in key districts of Mogadishu, consolidating political and territorial influence.